Sitting here, my left leg stretched out straight, sort of. My heel is on my floor. My wrists are painful. Everything is not feeling well. Although it's not feeling as um, painful the night of and the next day. I just don't have any pain relief for today. Even if it's just a half goes a long way. I should have had a half earlier today and then a half tonight, and I don't have. And I couldn't go out because we were doing stuff. Well, we had something planned and I just had to cancel. I wasn't feeling well, obviously. And the day's just been complete and utter crap. I mean, shitty. It really has. And I'm tired of it. And just so you know, do you see any of the other people my mom and I accused earlier, any stalkers, such as Thompson and Bellis, to add on in out from by any doctor's offices, my parents and my parents' parents and my parents' parents' parents, all animals, all pets, all fur babies, and myself, patients, and or I worked, whatever. Those other people I mentioned should, can, could, may, must, and need not be there. And doctors and staff there should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not give them any information about my family, such as my parents and all animals, all pets, all fur babies, and myself, and all other people related to me, all others related to me, such as my parents' parents and my parents' parents' parents, because it's none of their businesses. Patient and doctors and patients and doctors and patients confidentiality. And anytime any one of those other people were there and be there, are there, that's elder abuse, that's just everything abuse. It's not correct, you know. They have not, they don't need health care there or anything. They should not, cannot, could, they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not be there. We're there, are there. Before, all during, and all since May 24, 2024. We don't do that to them. They should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not do that to us. You know, they may not, they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not. Need not, that is, need not, did and need not, should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not. They, you know, they should never be there. Did, did. It's none of their business. They're not helping anything. They're just liars, and the police should have been called. Security should have been there already. Police should have been there already. The courts should have been there already. And if it's anybody from the UK, they should have been deported. Seriously, it's an awful thing to be related to stalkers and allegedly related to stalkers, and they just don't know where and when to stop. It's none of their business. My dad did not leave them anything in my father will. My parents too, and my parents' parents. It doesn't matter. They should never have been for more than 35 years. It is none of their business. It really isn't any of their business. And all other stalkers too, including that Bill Beckett from those three senators I mentioned earlier. You know, they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not, are, were, be, did, and tried, did there. It's, and the doctors involved in that, they should, can, could, may, must, and need judiciary punishments with and or without being sued themselves. You know, it's just all slander and defamation and not privacy. We Bellises, my family, and one and more others, Bellis, named names, Bellis. I mean, I can't do that to, because if I could do that to all those stalkers, I would have contacted within, or with the one in, were lawyers and tried to get them mental health cares because obviously they're obsessed. They're obviously without compulsive. They're delusional. They have delusions of grandeur. They have delusions of power. They are persecutory delusional. They are erotomanic delusional. They're just not, you know, well. And they have personal vendettas, and they're premeditated and resentful. And since we Bellises and one and more other person rejected them, it's none of their business. You could go look on my community posts posted. You can see that I'm not lying. There's documented proof all over the social media and virtuals. It's all their websites, everything. It's just been one of those days. Were my dad alive, when he was alive, 1984 and earlier, he tolerated not any of that. So it amazes me how they have been able to do that for more than 30 years. Other than I sometimes wonder if lots of it is made up by other stalkers. It's just a vicious cycle. It's just a vicious one way or another, always. And my mom told me one of them is wanted to come to Canada on vacation. She doesn't understand. At least she showed until she did. I'm like, he's not coming here. My cat died, and he's not staying over. He's never been invited a day in his frickin' life. We barely even knew him before 1985. He's just this clingy, mentally ill stalking thing that should have been deported out of Canada a long time ago. All times he was in Canada, the police should have came and took him away and never let him back. Some people say a peaceful restraining order to me earlier. That doesn't stop them. They keep coming and coming. They kept going. It's like the Active Adult Center in Mississauga, Bill Beckett, and all the other ones. They let them all in. Well, they must have had a very good, if not great, fantastic, fabulous day. We weren't there today. That's not a negative bunch of comments. Those are not negative comments and negative publicity from us, Bellises. They did that to themselves with that negative comments, negative publicity, Bill Beckett, and all the other stalkers. I just didn't feel up to it. I couldn't sleep last night, the pain. And then this morning, and then I tried to have a snooze, and I just woke up nauseated with the pain. And then I have to eat. My mom needs me, and I just didn't know what to eat. So I decided to have my breakfast and then my lunch and my dinner. So I've ate enough foods. It's just very painful. And I'm nauseated. I'd love to have had some soup. I just can't. It's too heavy to lift today. I just don't feel like lifting a pot, a pan, and stirring, serving. It's just too much of an effort. But that's okay. I had a good dinner. Salad, a potato, and one small serving of cooked mac and cheese. And some remaining rice crackers. It's just like living in a complex like I do, where security to have let those other people in all to and all about my parents and all animals and all pets, all fur babies and myself. with and or without, well, with and without, no, with and or without us. We didn't allow them. We never gave them consents or permissions to come in, not through parking security, not as pedestrians. They should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not ever gone to security, concierge, management, alleged management, and concierge. They should never have been permitted into the building anywhere, the whole complex. They should never have been allowed. All before, all during, and all since November 12, 2024. Elsewhere, everywhere. It's just what it is. And I'm just tired of it. Oh, my lunch today, half a bagel, some dairy-free cream cheese. Next time maybe I'll have an olive. That was good. I mean, there's videos, there's photos published online, elsewhere, everywhere. I'm not lying. I never have. I was like, oh, we should maybe live in an apartment building or a townhouse complex that's got security. Townhouse, not so much because my mom disabilities and ill health, but we should. And security is supposed to, keep those other people out, and they didn't. And all on securities cameras, all on, all images, all live, all real time, all recorded, all witnessed, and all should, can, could, may, must, and need, show and tell, and showed and told all those images, and did something about all during and all since. Such as phoned the police, etc., judiciary punished them. I mean, where I go to get healthcare, yes, I'm a vlogger. Although I don't want to sit in doctor's office, etc., and show and tell patients and doctors and patients confidentially. The only problem is, like I said, some of them have been weak and spoke, showed and told, took information that's none of their business instead of doing all what I just said. Those other people, stalkers, to where we got healthcare, to doctors, nurses, all those staff. That's not supposed to happen. Not supposed to happen. Doctors and all those nurses and healthcare workers should have been strong and reported it to the police. And did they? Do they have security in there? Security guards reported it to them and had them removed. Not us, those stalkers instead. Such as named and names Bellis, and named and names Thompson, and all the other ones, There's evidence everywhere. There's proof everywhere. All before, all during, all since 1987. Today's what? April 9th. It's just difficult, living with a woman that refuses to remember sometimes, and or keeps lying and doesn't want to remember, and she forgot. And it has been happening for more than 30 years. I really believe my mom had a nervous breakdown at some time or other, with all those other people having reached out to her and convinced her a pack of lies, a whole bunch of lies about Bellis's, Thompson's, and other ones. She's just a misguided person. Myself and other people tried to show and told her to reach out, not to reply, have nothing to do with them. Phone call the police, phone call security, get a new phone number. You can live with your daughter. That's okay. You can live with your daughter and pets for babies. That's good. You know, I mean, that's all I've done for how many years is help take care of her. That's all I've done. I've done nothing else for since 2020. I've done nothing else except for my mother, support person, mandatory support person, trans rights. That's all I did. All I did is try to have a home. Have a home. For more than what is more than 40 years. So all I wanted was to have a home, to have my family, to have my educations and my careers and my hobbies and my exes. And I don't mean living next door to me or anything. I mean my real exes. I swear they were. One of my pets, my fur babies. I know that social media is stressing, and it's an anxiety, it's a normality. It's worse than the telephones, you know. It's worse than telephones and fax machines. It's sort of like gang mail. You know, you wake up, you go get a mailbox, you don't know what's going to be in there. You don't know if you're going to receive a letter or something from a stalker, more than a stalker. It's just like turning the handheld devices and or laptops, computers on and uh, logging onto the internet and Wi-Fi's. You don't know until you log on who's going to be there. And social media is even worse. I should have had virtual this morning, so I could have done something virtually and had the mute button on. I mean, my mom, I knew somebody was coming with a delivery today. My mom, my mother prescribed prescription medicine, pain reliever, anti-inflammatory. Although she went to leave without her walker and without a cane, and by herself. And considering what happened to her on February 23rd and 24th, 2025, by herself, has happened earlier times, hurt herself, alleged accident. I just didn't want her to have another one, you know. Uh, and the delivery person, I didn't have a problem letting them in through security. We knew somebody was coming. I knew somebody was coming, so I got it for her. She yelled and screamed. Gave me an awful headache. And then I was like, oh, she remembered how many prescribed prescription medicines and multiple vitamins she was taking today. She actually remembered. I've been helping her lots. Just I like these long things, you know, where you get 7 days and you can do stuff with. And I could just get up in the morning and hand her one, and I know exactly that she's not going to overdose. She has to take the next morning, and etc. She's been in and out of the hospital so lots. I've had my fair share this year, and I don't want to go back in. I really, truly do not want to go back. It's just sore. It's just sore. So I don't know. It's so painful. It's very painful that I wouldn't even go to an exercise class, not even chair exercise. It's at the Active Health Center. Massage is too painful. And the other center. just help my mom make some more food. I hope she puts some tomato on it raw. And it's, you know, hope she puts more fiber, more fruit, more veg. I'd like her to have a BLT. I was going to have one today myself, but then I just didn't feel like it. She won't have lettuce. Well, hopefully she'll have the tomato bacon. I've got my stovetop, her and our stovetop kettle whistling, whistles. Boiling cold water hot. It's gonna be a long night. I get some rest.
What is it?
On the counter there. Where else can it be?
Oh,
I don't know where else to put it. It's where your bread is. Kettle.
Oh, I wondered what that was.
Kettle. You wanted tea, so I'm making tea. I mean, I could go back to the hospital. I could sit around there, call an ambulance and everything. Just lay there, sit there for hours on end. They don't care. Staff there were not good, not professional. Didn't give a shit. Didn't care. Discharged me. Alleged brains. Alleged soft tissue injuries. Injured fluid where the injuries are. Left me alleged bursitis. At least the coughing and sneezing has stopped. I do sometimes get coughing. I think it's just the phlegm or a beverage or a food. Most often is pepper. You know, black ground pepper, black pepper. Or do I talk lots? Or do I have to reply? How's your bacon?
I don't know. Don't make my sandwich.
Oh.
Put the tomato on it.
I've been trying to get healthcare for my knee for years. And then I had another accident. So much. I know he was a sick fellow, but he was a fucking fellow of a cat. But a good cat.
Did you make tea?
Did I not just tell you the kettle has to
Oh,
boil?
I thought it was boiled.
Did you hear it whistle?
No.
Then it's not
Well, that
boiled.
would have been done when I was in my room.
Did it whistle? Did not also. Well, that looks good.
Mm-hmm. Now I can't see.
Oh.
What?
Not yet. Eat your sandwich.
I'll let somebody.
Did you hear it whistle?
I'm talking about.
Well, I'm not getting up again until the kettle whistles and the cold water is boiled hot. I'm resting on my knees and my legs. Yeah, I like lions and I find it's good for the helps maintain health of hair and skin. Helps to support nail health. Well, all the injuries I've had, skin. Injuries, wounds, skin good. Must be helping me somehow or other. I used it for one of the reasons I like it in my wrist. Skin. How's your bacon and tomato sandwich?
Mm-hmm. Good.
Glad to see you eating it with tomato.
Right?
I'm glad to see you eating it, not just only bacon.
Well, I bought tomato sauce for you, didn't I?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what I'll have tomorrow, BLT. I'm supposed to have it tonight, never did. Or today at lunchtime. I just had half baked with some dairy-free cheese.
I'll have the same again tomorrow. And I'll have the other half of the tomato.
tell you, do you ever brush your hair and have lots of hairs? I haven't brushed my hair very much today, but I tell you, every solstice and equinox, I find that my brush is practically full. Yeah, it's not thin, it's thick head of hair. Like my new profile, photo. Worked hard on doing that today. Lots of selfies, I tell you. Some people might think I'm obsessed with myself. I'm not. I'm just trying to do photography and get the exact photo I want because I like to do this and that. And then sometimes I want to make a photo. Or this side, and I do the same thing, and then I want to do that. And my photo, even and during this live stream, I'm quite attractive actually. Goes along with everything I did, including the profile photo. My beautiful creature. His last Christmas with us, my beautiful cat. Not yet.
No, I didn't. Just make me sure. Won't get night lights again.
Yeah, these cashews are good. We should get some more next time we're there. I like the little bags more than the big ones.
Not sure.
They're $2 each.
Oh, that's cute.
See the size of that? That's not dear at all, because that's just only some of the nuts. There was more. I had some. Quite a lot.
It's not a wee packet.
It was no wee amount. You've had it before and didn't complain like that. You were fair chuffed with it.
I used to like the one we got for $4.
Yeah, but we can't get. You didn't like the big one I got before.
Not
we
that.
got.
When
You
we used to
like
get
those
the
little ones.
Ones at $4. But you don't have them anymore. These ones I like. It was a good size for the $4. And they were good. These are second half.
Well, I've been around. Look at that. Tonight it's all the way down. No,
Yeah, I know.
it's all the way down to my ankle. Look at that.
Yeah. You need to elevate it. You've been sitting all day and you hadn't elevated
I've
it.
been walking on it yesterday.
I know, but
And
today
this one is a bit too, but it's not as severe.
you need to elevate them.
I know it's what I'm going to do after I
Yeah,
do this.
you've been sitting all day with them.
I
down.
haven't been sitting there all day with it like that, but I'm walking and everything. So,
Yes, but it's been down. You haven't
so
elevated
when I
it.
finish making this and making our teas, I'm going to have them rest and elevate. Like my nails. Aren't they pretty?
Should be quite a cut.
You're always bitching, Mum.
Well,
You're
what?
always on one a minute. You know I'm doing a live stream and I've told you already.
Well, don't.
No, you don't like me having worked. You don't like me having been educated.
Oh,
You don't like me having careers. You don't like me having hobbies. You don't like.
Don't tell me to keep shutting up.
I didn't. I
Right.
didn't say shut up at all. I never said those words whatsoever. Oh, you're welcome, Mom. And I tell you something else too. I can't even put anything. I could put a hot compress on a hot cloth, but I cannot put any weight on my knee. Not even a pound. Nothing. It just hurts. It's just painful. Your wrists. I'm just fed up. And any doctor or nurse with a brain knows. She can't, couldn't, must, and need recognize. It's not hypochondria, is it, Mom? Well,
What?
I don't have hypochondria. Even you see the knee, the damage.
Oh, I'm not saying you have, did I?
Just saying, I've never
I
had
know
it.
what it's
So
like on a sore knee. I've had one.
I know.
Probably need a knee replacement. I know that for a while.
I don't
Not
ever want
guarantee it,
that.
just
I
don't
want
wanna go through it.
physiotherapy and I want to exercise more on it. And
Mine's
even
a
if it's
different
just a
thing.
bit more walking and some light cardio. I'll never be a bodybuilder or a weightlifter, but at least I can do something, hopefully.
Yeah. Yes. You see it that way. It's like bigger than this one. Oh, I feel cold. My ankles are frozen. Is your feet cold?
No? Well, yeah, a little bit.
Mine are frozen. Feet are cold right to the
I wonder if we'll get another snowstorm before spring, before this
Oh.
first day of summer.
We haven't had a lot of snow this.
Oh, we had snow in spring when that one Wednesday. Somebody came and got me and said, "Look at the window, Avril, it's snowing." I'm like, "Oh wow, that's beautiful."
See, we didn't get a lot of
That's
snow.
pretty or something.
A little bit here and there.
That was
but
a little bit.
You
It
never
was
went out and it was.
And then
a
it
few
stopped
feet.
snowing, and then it began. It was very slippery and icy out, and then it began raining, and then it just rained.
Yeah.
It rained. It was,
But snow has never been that deep.
has been very deep sometimes.
Well,
You just don't remember.
Like up to here, like
I
you walk
remember when
into-
we lived in Bow
Oh,
Beaches
yeah.
Boulevard.
But I'm saying lately, this winter.
I remember when we lived in Bow Beaches Boulevard. I don't know why, but I was going to the nearby plaza mall, and the snow came up. It was very high.
Yeah.
It was the highest I had seen, but and then
Since we come around here, it hasn't been that high.
it's been high around. Yeah, we have had lots of snow.
Yeah,
It's
but
just,
not deep snow. No.
well, the snowplows around here have been very good taking it away.
Yeah, but it's not. You've seen
I remember
you've
one
seen
snowfall that was very deep. They had even they had trucks in, and they were getting shovels, and they were piling it onto the trucks, and they even had those motorized shovels, and they were shoveling and putting on
Yeah.
and the trucks were taking the snow out of this neighborhood. That's how deep that snow was. Not that day, but the time before. I don't think I'll make me feel big of it. swollen in here.
Eh?
It's really swollen around here.
Yeah.
And here. And I don't know how that alleged fracture clinic orthopedic surgeon didn't see all the swelling. I don't understand how he couldn't see it. And the alleged technician that read the x-rays and CAT scans or whatever. I don't know how any of them happened. That's like when I had that blood clot in my right leg. I went to the hospital to get tested to see, and they swore up and down I didn't have a blood clot. And then I did. But luckily it didn't travel in my body, it came out. And then they dreamt up that I was diabetic and I had an infection and then they drained it. I think they see and hear, some healthcare workers see and hear me on social media and they think I'm somebody, they believed I'm somebody else. And they treat me like crap, like just awfully. Maybe I'll get in addition to some more pain relievers, maybe something anti-inflammatory, maybe a diuretic for a while, get the swelling, all the fluid out of me. It's just, instead of just urinating for 20 seconds or less, I'll be busy a while. Water doesn't flush out the swelling.
It flushes out your kidneys.
It doesn't flush out the swelling. The swelling is not coming from my kidneys. It's coming from the injuries, the wounds. I've had a pretty good health and fitness, I suppose, well-being and fitness nutrition day. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a BLT if all goes well. Better than today.
This, I'm going to bed.
Hurry, okay. I'll finish locking up, and then I'll go to the bathroom, and then I'll
I'm going to the bathroom.
go to the rest. What?
I'll be going to the bathroom before I go to bed. Feel my hair's a mess.
Your hair's not a mess. It looks quite nice.
Is it?
Considering that's the hairstyle you want.
Yeah, but it just doesn't feel. Oh well, I guess it does. I guess it just needs combed.
I laugh at the hairdresser trying to give us her home phone number, and I swear it's deja vu. I'm like, she doesn't want us to phone at the reception in order to make an appointment. I don't know why. She wants you or me to phone her at home, and I'm like, I'm sure it's the same person. It's like a deja vu, and I'm like, no. I'm not phoning her at home. If she doesn't want to do your hair by way of reception, we have to go somewhere else. I don't want any problems. I don't want trouble.
Well, didn't she give my appointment when I left?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, well, there you
but
go.
Don't say when. But yeah, there is another
Yeah, that's
appointment.
it.
But if
Yeah,
she
she
keeps...
made it for next week. Yeah.
I said not to mention when. Can you hear
Okay.
that?
You
Please.
brought it up.
I know, but it's social media, and I keep telling you to censor it, and you can't seem to remember. If I write it on a piece of paper and write it down for you, will you remember censor? I don't believe in censoring, but it's live.
Oh, why did you mention it at all? You didn't have to.
Mom, I know you don't know how to do privacy very anymore,
Well,
but
you
you
brought it up.
don't yell at me again, please. You don't know how to do privacy very anymore, and it's a problem. And it has. I keep trying to rectify it and get you health care.
don't
Stop
break it up.
doing it. It's not me that did it. It's you. Oh. Maybe I'll go on the other social media and just leave it there. Because then I can mute it and or play music and see if I get gifted from the gift hub. Oh, 2 likes, or at least 2 likes. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Thumbs up. Good night. Have a nice day. Be kind to others. Everyone, everywhere. Hope you're all feeling a lot better than I am feeling now.